Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us for another edition of our 6 p.m. news over Camdis Television. Let's begin with our major stories. As the National Youth Day unfolds, schools across the country are alive with post-curricular and extracurricular activities, placing young people at the heart of the celebrations. As Cameroon prepares to commemorate World Cancer Day, Karine Yumbisi, a breast cancer survivor, opens up about her inspiring journey from diagnosis to advocacy, shedding light on the importance of vigilance, self-awareness, and timely medical checkups. You shall be getting more of these stories in a bit. Thanks once more for joining us. In prelude to the 60th National Youth Day, exchanges between members of government and youth have highlighted significant steps towards being taken to empower young people and support their socio-economic integration, with focus on entrepreneurship opportunities and job prospects that will shape the country's future. These efforts aim to create a brighter future for Cameroon's youth, as Melanimbo and Edizang tells us in the following report.
Marking the 60th anniversary of Youth Day, Cameroon transformed preparations into a concrete dialogue with a landmark gathering. The event moved beyond preparations to forge direct connections between the government and the youth. This event is part of the 60th anniversary celebration of Youth Day. We have brought together young people from various educational backgrounds, including basic education, secondary education, higher education, and professional schools under the Ministry of Employment and Vocational Training. This gathering allows young Cameroonians from diverse backgrounds, youth associations, civil society, academia, and the professional world to gain a deeper understanding of the socio-economic integration of Cameroonian youth. Specifically, we aim to provide information on entrepreneurship opportunities and job prospects being implemented by the Cameroonian government to support its youth.
Pouvoir avoir plus ample information sur l'insertion socio-économique des jeunes Camerounais, sur les opportunités d'entrepreneuriat, les opportunités d'emploi qui sont mises en œuvre par le gouvernement camerounais en faveur de la jeunesse camerounaise.
The initiative took a strategic step by empowering attendees to become catalysts for change within their own communities. A central pillar of the event was the call of these young participants to become official ambassadors.
The answer she gave was that most Cameroonians now should look towards the technical section and also integrate the artificial intelligence so that it will help shape the way we are going to face the future, because it's all about the technical aspect and not the grammar aspect, and we should look around our environment and to see what problem we can solve. So
their mandate is clear: to take ownership of the opportunities offered by various ministerial departments and to raise awareness among their peers. For promoting projects and programs in favor of Cameroonian youth, their role is to take ownership of the opportunities offered by various ministerial departments and to raise awareness among their peers in their communities. The goal is to bridge the communication gap between the government and the Cameroonian youth by allowing information to flow better and encourage. The dialogue was framed within the broader context of national policy with a clear call to action for all stakeholders. Participants were reminded that the vision outlined by the head of state for his 7-year term relies on effective execution at all levels. The head of state in this 7th-year term has been able to turn expectations into concrete actions, and these actions can only materialize when young people have a listening ear from government members so they can implement the challenges and advocacy that young people formulate regarding their various ministerial departments in order to bring concrete solutions to the needs of young people. The event therefore established a collaborative framework. The government presents a toolbox of opportunities. Young people are trained to disseminate this information wide, and ministerial departments are called upon to listen and act on the specific challenges raised. This tripartite model aims to move from advocacy to implementation.
As the National Youth Week unfolds, schools across the country are alive with post-curricular and extracurricular activities, placing young people at the heart of the celebrations. While academic lessons slow down in some institutions, parents are stepping up, exploring practical ways to guide, support, and supervise their children during this period dedicated to youth development. Let's get details from Elise Yanda and Sharon Arahtan.
As Youth Week activities unfold across schools, churches and community centers, parents are playing a crucial behind-the-scenes role to ensure their children are in security while fully benefiting from the Youth Week experience. Throughout the week, some parents have been actively involved in the safety of their children and meeting their children's physical, emotional, and social needs.
Par rapport à cette semaine de la jeunesse,
this Youth Week that goes on, given the current context with all the wayward behavior of children, well, for my part, it's parental authority, I try to keep an eye on the kids even when I'm at work. I make several trips home to see if they are home after school, and I also get their school schedule, since the school even has a cultural week program that I follow as well.
Même au niveau de l'établissement, ils ont les programmes de la semaine culturelle que je suis également.
For some parents, they rather keep their children home to ensure proper safety. When they leave for school, when they come back, and I make them do their homework because I don't want them to go out. There are too many bad influences out there. Kids hang out the wrong crowd. They start doing things that ain't good. So when there is a break, like during the youth festivities, it allows me to keep a close eye on them at home so they don't go out and get mixed up with the wrong friends. With young people participating in performances, leadership roles, workshops, and social activities, parents have taken time to encourage their children through advice, listen to their concerns, and help them manage stress and excitement. The message I would like to convey to the children is that they have their whole life ahead of them. The 2026 Youth Day is not the end, nor is it the beginning or the end. I urge them to be more responsible, and that many good things await them. By being responsible, they will have much more to gain than to fall into delinquency and end up on the wrong path. I know that nowadays children make a lot of mistakes, and that is why we are advising them to leave aside the drug abuse and trying to work at night, because these days children are committing a lot of foolishness and we are counseling them about it. As the Youth Week continues, parents' commitment highlights a shared understanding. Caring for their children goes beyond the event themselves. It involves creating a supportive environment that allows them to grow, learn, and thrive.
We now talk health in this newscast, where as Cameroon look forward to commemorate World Breast Cancer Day, Karine Youmesi, a warrior of breast cancer, shares her journey from diagnosis to advocacy, highlighting the importance of self-awareness, early detection, and proactive health checks. It is in this light that Fredy Esomo and Melanie Bo spoke to Karine Youmesi and put together her journey in the following report.
Karine Yombesi, a beacon of hope and resilience in the face of adversity. As a teacher and breast cancer warrior, Karine's journey is a powerful testament to the human spirit's capacity for strength and courage. Diagnosed with breast cancer in 2019, Karine has transformed her struggles into a mission to educate and empower others, breaking down the stigma surrounding the disease. Every time, especially during Pink October, I ask my daughter to get her breast checked, to be aware of any signs and to take care of herself. It's not just about my family, because when it comes to cancer, hospitals won't always tell you what causes it. Even with the food product we use, we need to be vigilant, know our bodies and take control of our health. With unwavering determination, Karine uses her experience to inspire others, proving that survival is not just about beating cancer, but also finding strength in vulnerability and advocating for oneself. Her story is a powerful lesson in resilience, self-advocacy, and the unbreakable spirit that defines us all. Every type of cancer is unique, and you have to fight alone. The family is there, but some women have lost their marriages, their homes, their jobs. Before the illness, you had your little house, your little job, and during the illness, you lost everything. You find yourself not only sick, but also having lost everything. Non seulement tu es malade, mais tu as tout perdu. She openly narrates the pervasive culture of pit that often meet cancer patients, a well-intentioned but heavy burden that can make individuals feel defined solely by their sickness. Armed with the hard-won knowledge of a warrior, Karine transforms her personal ordeal into public education. I want compassion, not friendship. I need people to sympathize with me, to assist me, to show me love and solidarity. And that's the tragedy, because many cancer patients don't like to talk about it because they are afraid of how society will react. People will point fingers and say, oh yeah, she's dying anyways. But we don't need that. We need compassion, not pity. On a besoin de compassion, mais pas de pitié. Today, Karine Yombesi stands as a beacon of transformative survival. She has channeled the trauma of her battles into a powerful mission, educating society to look beyond the patient and see the person.
And onto this sad news, Minister Henry Eyebeaisi of State Property Surveys and Land Tenure, accompanied by a high-level ministerial delegation, paid a condolence visit to the family of late Michael Mbong, a Deputy Director General of MITU, who passed away on the 29th of January 2026 following an illness. The visit was an opportunity to offer words of comfort and solidarity to the bereaved family during this time of loss. Let's get details in the following report.
A deep sense of sorrow hung over the Simbok neighborhood of Yaoundé as the Minister of State Property, Surveys and Land Tenure, Henry Eyebeaisi, accompanied by a high-level delegation, paid a condolence visit to the residents of late Michael Mbong, Deputy Director General of the Mission for the Development and Management of Urban and Rural Lands, MITU. The gathering was marked by silence, reflection and shared grief as government officials joined family members and close associates to mourn the passing of a man whose life was defined by service and dedication.
We came here, I came with the delegation to assure the family, to assure Madam Mbong and the whole family to our solidarity. We are there on behalf of, let's say, the institution we are representing, the whole government, and the supervisory authority as the GAF, within the government that is headed by the Prime Minister.
Michael Mbong served for many years within the public administration, rising to the position of the Deputy Director General of MITU. He was actively involved in high-level operational responsibilities, including the supervision of urban planning and development projects across the country.
I'm present in my capacity of minister, but I had a particular, let's say, link, sensibility in my relation to letter that General Tambong have been working in this sector if he's in the government for Solomon. And it's a really sad event. But we pray God for him while assuring the family to continuously be beside the family for the management of this event and later.
Speaking on behalf of the bereaved family, the head of the family expressed profound gratitude to the minister and his delegation for the visit and the comforting words shared during this painful moment.
Thank His Excellency and the people who accompanied him to this spontaneous visit, just as the death came in a spontaneous manner. We thank you people immensely, and we hope that the good Lord that brought you in this compound will carry you home.
As the nation comes to terms with the loss of Michael Mbong, attention now turns to his final journey back to his roots. A native of Nyan village in the Bangem subdivision of Kupe Maninguba division, he will soon be laid to rest on the soil that shaped his values and identity. His return home for final rest symbolizes a full circle from humble beginnings to national service and back to the land of his ancestors. Though gone, his legacy of dedication, integrity, and service will continue to resonate within his community and beyond. May his soul rest in peace.
And may his soul rest in peace. Let's now talk something else where under the theme improving urban mobility Mindu's a priority at the start of the 7-year term of a Great Expectations, the 2026 annual conference of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development opened on a Tuesday here in Yaoundé, presided over by Minister Celestine Kecha-Cotes in the presence of other government ministers. The event brought together key officials to present the ministry's roadmap and define strategic priorities for the year ahead. Madoshe Kwati and Sharon Arahtany.
Cameroon is accelerating efforts to modernize urban transportation with relaunch of major mobility projects in its two largest cities, Douala and Yaoundé, as Minister Celestine Kecha-Cotes seeks to curb congestion and improve access to public transport.
With the collaborator to evaluate 2025, as the head of state said, many has been done in terms of mobility. We have many projects which start with the modernization of our city. People know Kolmesen. I usually talk about Kolmesen because people can see. You can see in Ngaoundéré, you can see in Garwa, who now have electrical bus. You can see in Bafoussam, you can see in Baturi, you can see in Douala. As the head of state said, many will be done in 2026.
The project goes beyond dedicated bus lanes. It includes the construction of feeder roads, the development of multimodal transport hubs, and the introduction of pedestrian-friendly infrastructure aimed at improving last-mile connectivity and encouraging the use of public transport.
On reality, we have PMU Day in Douala, 201 billion francs CFA, who has started. We have in Yaoundé, Programme de Ville, Gestion Foncière Durable, PVGFD, 120 billion who have started. We have Cœur de Ville, 40 billion francs CFA. We have our project, our internal budget project. We have transfer project to local authorities.
Meanwhile, in Yaoundé, preparations are underway for similar transport reform.
We'll see the promises given in 2026. That's why we bring here delegate regional to work with our central directors in terms of evaluation of the way forward, sharing the project of 2026, make a planning and the key factors success to accelerate the implementation of this program, which
the objective is to ease congestion and enhance mobility. The project reflects Cameroon's renewed push to address urban mobility challenges through structured public transport system as rapid urbanization continues to put pressure on existing road network.
Let's now take you over to the northwest region of the country, where stakeholders in the tourism and leisure sector in the northwest region have expressed concerns over the implications of the 2026 finance law on their activities, citing declining businesses, insecurity, and rising operational costs. This was during a meeting held in Bamenda this Wednesday to educate actors in the sector on the innovations found in the 2026 finance law of the Republic of Cameroon. Bertrand Tita takes us to Bamenda in the following report.
The sensitization meeting held at the conference hall of the Regional Delegation of Tourism and Leisure in Bamenda brought together tourism operators to examine the new law and its impact on their businesses.
We're here to enhance their knowledge on the understanding of the new finance law, especially with the exciting changes in some of the sectors.
The meeting, chaired by the regional delegate Mr. Mwanze Marcel, focused on new reforms, including revised taxes, increased authorization and billboard fees and charges in license validity.
Them to pay at least their billboard fee before complaining. If not, going after them to make sure that they should pay this billboard and make the sector professional. It's true that we have some political or socio-political issues in the region, but if not, we have some hotels here and there that are popping up, and there is need to see that they abide to the regulation in law.
While participants were urged to comply with the regulations to promote professionalism and strengthen the sector, several operators voiced their struggles with declining business due to insecurity, low tourist turnout, and rising operational costs.
I think as far as this crisis is concerned in the Northwest, the hospitality industry is the most affected. We no longer have tourists coming to the Northwest. I think I can't remember when I last saw a white man in Bamenda. So it's really unfortunate. The insecurity in Bamenda has scared so many people, and so the sector is greatly affected.
Say that we have an issue of trying to book high numbers in our hotel because people don't want to come to the region because of insecurity. And apart from having low turnovers for guests coming into our hotel, we have challenges of power. Electricity is on and off. We have challenges of water. Water is on and off. We have challenges of actually having a good staff to man our establishment because some of the good staff have left the region. So we have a situation where we have to recruit and constantly train. When we train, they leave the region.
Despite the difficulties raised, participants welcomed the meeting as an important step towards dialogue and better understanding of the new law. They expressed hope that improved security and supportive policies will help revive tourism and leisure activities in the Northwest region. The meeting highlighted the need for collaborative effort to address the challenges facing tourism sector and ensure its growth and development in the region.
From the northwest region of Cameroon, let's now take you beyond our borders to get updates of what make news. First stop will be in Libya, second stop in Ethiopia. These stories are compiled in the following report.
Libya was plunged into new shock on Tuesday following reports that Saif al-Islam Gaddafi,
son of late Libyan President Muammar Gaddafi, was killed in the town of Zintan. Libyan officials confirmed his death, though the circumstances remain unclear, with local media alleging he was shot by armed men in his home. Born in June 1972, Saif al-Islam held a PhD from the London School of Economics and was long portrayed as the reform-minded face of the Gaddafi regime, widely seen by supporters and observers as a potential future leader of Libya before the regime's collapse in the 2011 NATO-backed uprising that ended his father's 4-decade rule and life. Captured while attempting to flee to Niger, he was released in 2017 and had since lived in Zintan. A fresh diplomatic storm has erupted in the Horn of Africa after Ethiopia accused its former ally Eritrea of carrying out mass killings during the 2-year war in Tigray that ended in 2022. Addressing Parliament, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed alleged for the first time that Eritrean troops massacred civilians in Azum and other towns, accusing them of looting factories and destroying pharmaceutical facilities while fighting alongside Ethiopian forces against the Tigray People's Liberation Front. The claims signal a sharp break from the allies forged after the 2018 peace deal that earned Abiy the 2019 Nobel Peace Prize. Eritrea has dismissed the accusations as cheap and despicable lies as tensions persist over unresolved peace issues, renewed clashes in Tigray, and broader regional rivalries. And that news out of the country, ladies and gentlemen, takes us to the end of our 6 p.m. news over Camley's television. It was a pleasure staying with you. Do enjoy the rest of the evening in the company of interesting programs over the Republican channel. Meanwhile, we meet again tomorrow when it's exactly 6 p.m. Good evening.